What's going on, everybody? Welcome back to the channel. So today I got a very special video for you guys today. We're going to be talking about Cat Snipe 2.0. Cat Snipe 2.0 is designed to snipe out Cat when Mace is present and when Mace is the second weakest character on the team, or the other weakest character on the team. There's a lot of really smart players out there right now that are leaving Mace at Relic 3 and Relic 5, and I wish I did that, to be honest. Mine's at R8. I kind of jumped the gun on that one, but pretty much what's happening right now is Bosk is getting ability blocked by Mace, and I don't care about the tenacity on Bosk, I don't care about the potency on Mace. It's landing like 90% of the time. I've gone up against Maces that have just their base stats. They're sitting at like a rough like 55 or 60% potency or something like that, and Bosk is well over 100% tenacity, and he's still getting ability blocked. So I had to come up with something. I was like, this is not viable anymore. I'm seeing all kinds of streamers do this, thinking maybe their Bosk isn't going to get ability block. It's happening like a lot. It's always, I mean, you just assume it's happening. So, but there is a way around it. So let's dive into the video. I'm going to break it down step by step with you guys, and yeah. So before we get started with the gameplay, I kind of just want to explain how this works and why it's working, why it's called Cat Snipe, and kind of what's happening here, what's blocking bounty hunters. So under JMK's unique, the last paragraph is whenever a Galactic Republic ally attacks at a turn, they recover health protection, yada yada yada, and call the weakest other light side ally to attack, to assist, dealing 20% less damage once per turn. So if we go over to Snips, so under her unique, her last paragraph right here, I believe this is her Zeta. If the allies Galactic Republic, which JMK is, Ahsoka is called to assist whenever Galactic Republic uses a special ability. And we all know JMK opens up putting damage immunity onto Cat, which will then call Ahsoka to assist. And then if Mace is the second weakest, or the other weakest, I should say, because usually Ahsoka is the weakest, he will assist. And then that's what's lining the ability block. So I'll show you guys a little clip real quick. So this is what's going on with a lot of people right now. She assists, and then immediately we get ability block right here. So what this prevents us from doing is, we can still play this with Zam, and people think, oh, maybe I can still get to my contract, but I can tell you right now, it never happens. You're never gonna get there. Your team's gonna lose. You just threw away bounty hunters, then your Zam Omicron. This is typically what you want to look for. This is what you want to happen. This is a normal Cat Snipe team. You still play it out. You do your double call to assist. You don't taunt. Just do the call to assist. You'll get to like your contract very quickly. Yeah, sometimes Cat will kill your Bosk. Sometimes she won't. I mean, you just got to make sure your Bosk is going before her, basically, so he gets to do the call to assist. So we're already at contract. We're wasting abilities at this point. And then here we can pretty much just get her out. So here's my opponent's Mace, the one that we fought. He left him at Relic 3 again. Very smart. The modding, again, doesn't really need to be that important because he's there to block bounty hunters. And you know what? He also had Jedi Anakin on the team, so this would also probably block C because you have a lot of ability blocks and healing immunity and buff immunity going out. Let's take a look at how squishy this Mace is. So again, this is, I think, one of the downsides to having a weak Mace. I think the best team, obviously, would probably have Mace at R5 and then everyone else like at Relic 8. Getting as much meat on these bones as possible. But you'll see that this actually hurts the team quite a bit. But he does have him at 132% potency, which is kind of nuts. So the difference with this team is we're actually going to be dropping Bosk for Boba Fett. And why are we dropping Bosk for Boba Fett? Well, one, everyone's going to be stealth. That's a very big part of this counter. Everyone's going to be stealth, so we are rolling the dice a little bit to see who gets dispelled by Ahsoka and who gets ability blocked by Mace or has a chance to get ability blocked. The reason Boba Fett is a really good replacement is if you fail, like let's say you're doing a Cat Snipe because you have no other option. If you fail, you're still saving your Bosk for whatever other bounty hunters you have left, or for whatever you need. But the other thing that makes Boba Fett so important is his basic. So how do we make up those extra attacks that Bosk does with this call to assist? Because Bosk equals 40% of our contract. Now how do we make that up? Well, for starters, if everyone's stealth, when Grief does his call to assist, normally he only does 40%, but he's going to do 50, so we've already made up 1 point. The Boba Fett has a 50% chance to double tap on his basic. He's going to have 2 turns before Mando. Well, not 2 turns, he's going to have 2 basics. He's going to have his call to assist from Grief, and he's going to have his own turn. So he has a chance to double tap, but the interesting part is it's a 100% chance to double tap against scoundrels. And, well, Cat is a scoundrel. So on his turn, you are always shooting Cat. Now, I will explain, sometimes you will use Mando to call Boba to assist, but I'm going to explain that in kind of the plan B if things go wrong, part of the video. But yeah, so he will double tap against Cat, and the nice thing about Aura's lead is you don't need to deal damage, you don't even need to land your attacks. They could dodge, they can evade. You just need to do abilities, and it'll count towards the contract. So that's kind of where we make up those missing percentage points towards the contract. Okay, so let's talk about how this team works and kind of the rate of success. So, like I said, everyone is going to be stealth, so there is a 20% chance for any of these characters to get hit. I do have this color-coded from good to bad, obviously. So if they go after Boba Fett, if Ahsoka goes after Boba Fett with Mace, instant win, because we don't care if he gets ability blocked, it doesn't matter. He's still going to be buffed, just like Mando. They both have Bounty Hunter's Resolve, and because of Aura Singh, her contract requires us to be buffed when we use our abilities. So if they hit Boba, you automatically win. Ability block doesn't matter. Same thing with Mando. However, you might be thinking, well, we don't want Mando to be ability block. The key thing there is he's buffed. He's going to contribute towards the contract when Grief does the call to assist. And the nice thing is, we'll still be able to complete the contract by Mando's first turn. And when we do complete the contract by Mando's first turn, Grief will dispel all debuffs on Bounty Hunter allies as part of his payout. So that ability block on Mando will disappear and he will be able to disintegrate. Let's talk about Plan B. I don't have any footage yet of Plan B. I am going to test this counter as much as I can, as often as I can in GAC. But Plan B is basically, they knock Aura or Zam out of stealth. Well, what do we do here? You will be able to complete the contract, but it's going to be on Mando's first turn. So you'll still play it like you would normally, except on Mando's turn, you're going to call Boba Fett to assist on Cat, because what this will do is this will make up for the missing points that we're going to be losing when these characters lose their buffs. And the idea behind this is Boba Fett will pop out of stealth because, when the contract gets completed, he takes a bonus turn, and you basically want to pop everyone out of stealth except for Mando and Grief. That way that way Mando can hopefully get a second turn and disintegrate Cat before the team pretty much annihilates everybody. And obviously, if they hit Grief Karga and they ability block him, it's over. There's no coming back from that. So let me show you some gameplay and we'll kind of break it down. Okay, so here's the clip, and I'm going to kind of be pausing just to kind of show you guys like what's going on. Let's see where the battle starts. Right around here. Wow, I was talking for a long time. I was explaining everything. Okay, so right here, they go for Mando, and this could also happen. He could also fade the ability block, because he does have a high tenacity. He has a high base tenacity. I also have a tenacity cross on him just because I'm superstitious. But again, that wouldn't matter, because when Grief completes the contract, he cleanses all debuffs on all Bounty Hunter allies. So right here, we go for Cat. We do the double tap. Probably should have gone for Mace here, but the one thing you notice, Jedi Anakin's on this team, and I kind of got a little excited when this was happening, so I kind of forgot about him. But I think if Jedi Anakin wasn't here, if this was Padme, I would honestly try to kill the weak Mace with Aura. I would say, you know what, screw it, let's go over there. So Boba Fett just took his bonus turn because the contract got completed. Again, forgot that Anakin was here, and I almost blew it. So we almost killed Mace, and then Anakin goes crazy. Almost blew it there. Almost blew it. So obviously, if Anakin's there, just play it safe. Just push abilities, or go after Anakin if you could with Boba Fett. I wouldn't. Don't piss him off. And then here we can disintegrate Cat. And the crazy part is, nice thing about having Boba Fett here is we have a little bit extra offense. So we actually were able to take out a couple extra characters here. I actually didn't even end up using gas to clean this up. I think I used Padme to clean up Snips and Geos to clean up a lone JMK. So the other downside to having a weak Mace is he's a weak character. So you might be able to actually make your whatever team you send in to clean this up, you're going to make it a lot easier if you can at least get out Mace and whoever else is there. Obviously, if Padme was here, this team would be a lot tankier. But obviously, this team was probably here to block C, because C against JMK is definitely the new flavor of the month, is what I'm seeing. So yeah, so right here we're able to double tap on Anakin, and then surprisingly we're able to get him out, which is kind of funny. and this is where things kind of just fall apart. But yeah, guys, that is pretty much the comp. It's not too different from the Cat Snipe. You just drop Bosk for Boba. You don't need to worry about modding Mando for Tenacity, because like I said, Grief will cleanse the ability block on his turn, you know, when Boba Fett takes his bonus turn too. So, but yeah, that's the clip. Alright, that's going to be it for today, guys. Thank you so much for watching. I know this kind of feels a little irrelevant because they just announced 3v3s coming back. Yeah, but, you know, when 5v5 comes back, we have another Cat Snipe option to get around Mace, which is kind of nice. Again, it's a little bit RNG dependent, but the odds are definitely in your favor, and, I mean, if you're doing a Cat Snipe, that means you have no other option. So, I mean, this is the best thing that, you know, I think we can do right now. But if you like today's video, please be sure to subscribe. I think we're pretty close to 2,000, which is kind of crazy. Throw me a like, and, you know, let me know down what you think in the comments below, you know, whether if I can improve on this counter, or maybe, you know, if you guys have tried this yourself already, how did that go? Yeah, and feel free to share this video with your guildmates. But other than that, guys, thank you so much as always, and I will catch you all next time.